Ready, set, art. So I'm going to show how to draw the side profile, so meaning the face from the side. What's different about this too is how we shape the head. We have to shape the back of the head, the jawline and the neck. And then from there, how do we figure out this shaping, right? Because before we were just seeing it from the front. Essentially, we're drawing half the face, right? Because we're only seeing it from one side. And I do need you to pay attention to C measurements. Why? Because I noticed when people were drawing the front view, a lot of people did not do their C measurements correctly. What does that mean? What does that mean? When people were drawing this one, this is what I saw. Okay? They put the eyes all the way up there, just like this. And it was funny because I know in the front view I said, please don't do it this way, right? And if this is where the eyes are, I said the eyes are halfway down. So look, if I do a C measurement, whoa, that's way off. Now let's check. Okay, that would be correct. That's where the eyes would actually be. See, doesn't that already kind of look like how it should be? People were drawing it all the way up here, and it looked really, really, really off. So please be careful when you do your C measurements. It's really important. In fact, I even had to do this video a second time because in the other video I noticed I thought I had my C measurements correct, but looking at this, doesn't the eyes look a little high? When I watched the video, I realized my C measurement was off. Look at that. Look at that. It was off. See, it should be right. That was off. And because I did it from here, and that was incorrect. I needed to do it from here. So I make mistakes too, but if that's the case, you just need to start over, right? So there are common mistakes besides the C measurement, getting the placement just right, that I see in side profiles that I want you to see. First of all, it's the way the eye is drawn. See, the eye is from the side. It's essentially you're drawing half an eye, right? And what I see sometimes is this, where people draw it as if we're seeing it from the front. The other thing is they put the eye all the way at the front, like this, okay? And then the nose is almost like a pumpkin cutter nose. The lips are done as little M&Ms at the end. The other thing I notice is they cut half the brain off, right? They don't include the back part of the skull. So it's really important to, as you're doing this, to be mindful of the common mistakes that people make when usually they're drawing a side profile. Okay, so this is going to be my second attempt. I think I'll get it correct this time. I make mistakes too. It's not a big deal. Just go back and correct it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the front of the face. Okay, there it is. All right, and then I have to include the back part of the skull. Right? It's important to include that because if not, it looks like the person has half a brain. We don't want that. And then I'm going to include the neck. And see where the neck starts? It starts here, not here. Look, that would be weird. Look at that. That's already weird. No, no, no. No, no, no. Okay. So I want to start here. And then it doesn't go straight down because our shoulder blades are there. So I'm going to go like this. And then into here. I'm going to include a part of an Adam's apple because this time I'm drawing a guy. All right. Last time I drew a female. So I thought it'd be fair to draw a male. Okay. So now let me do my C measurements. And I line up my lines with the jaw. So I'm not going to draw it like this or like this. When I do my little access lines, I'm going to make sure it's parallel to that jawline. Let me test here first. Okay, so I'm going to go from here. Okay, maybe a little lower, just a little lower. Not by much. I want to make sure I have it correct this time. I did a whole video, like I said, and then I got to the computer. It takes a few minutes to load up, and I noticed, whoo, that is wrong. Okay, and then from here to here, I find the halfway point again, C measure, and that's where my nose is. And then from here to here, find the halfway point, C measure, and that's where the bottom of the mouth is. Okay, so now that part looks pretty good. I'm ready to start shaping the eye. I'm just going to kind of lightly erase right here so I can get that in. So it kind of starts with half an eye. What do I mean by that? It's like if this was the eye, you're drawing half of it. It's like you're going to take that part off and you have the other eye. And I'm going to draw it large set so that you know not to draw bigger than that. Okay, so this is a large set eye. And I'm going to round it out just a little. Put in this part. Put a few lashes, not many, just a few. And then a lid. Okay? Alright, so that's the first part. That's the first part. And that's, like I said, this is a large set eye. Generally, lids come out a little further than the eye. There we go. Okay, and then, alright, then I'm ready to draw the nose. Now, if someone has a larger set nose, you could start from all the way over here, right? But I'm going to draw an average nose, okay? I mean, you're going to be drawing a family member or a friend, or maybe you're having someone take a picture of you from the side. I'm drawing the average nose so that you understand how to do that, because most people have this type of nose. If it were my nose would go out this far. So it depends on who you're drawing. But I'm going to show you that for most people, it kind of indents this way. They might have a stronger brow, so you would have to look at that. And then you go out. And the bottom part of the nose is not the tip of the nose. It's where kind of like the nostril begins. So it kind of goes like this. So again, this is an average nose, right? And then now I can go into the nostril. Okay. If they have a wider nostril, you would need to bring that back, right? So again, you'd have to really look at that person and figure it out. This is your average nose, right? Some people have wider noses, some people have pointier noses like me, so it just depends on who you're drawing. Next is the mouth. And again, I'm going to draw an average mouth, okay? So this is an average mouth. It's not a full lip person or a tiny lip person, but I will show a tiny lip person. So in most cases, when you go from here, the lip comes out and then down like this, right? If it was like me, because I have small lips, it would go straight down like this and then like that. Those are small lips, right? So again, it depends who you're drawing. So in this case, because I just showed average and small, I'll go a little fuller. So I'm going to bring this out a little fuller. Bring this down, and maybe it's a wider mouth, so I'm bringing it further back, and then this part goes out like this, and then like this. Okay, right now it looks weird because of this part right here. We're going to create the chin, and I'm going to now go like this. See, now that looks normal, right? So again, check right here if you're like, whoa, that's way too long. Again, it depends on the person you're drawing. If they have a wider mouth, you're going to make that line go a little further, right? There's that part. Now, right now, that looks like it comes out kind of far, but again, if the person has a fuller lip, that's how it's going to look, right? Okay, so like I said, I drew male. That's why I included this part here, but if it was female, it might come straight down, right? Let's go ahead and figure out the ear. So most ears line up somewhere near the eye, either above, or sometimes they even line up with the eyebrow. Okay, that looks like it's too close. Too close. I'm going to set it back. Yeah. I could already feel that really it needs to be a little closer toward my jawline. Okay. I just tested myself. Alright. There we go. And that's a bigger set ear, but that's okay. Alright. That's normal. Now for the eyebrow. Some people have bushier eyebrows. Some people have very raised eyebrows. Some people have lower eyebrows. I have a lower eyebrow. This is a normal eyebrow. All right, and then the hair. Now, if the person's bald, okay, then I guess this is where we'd leave it at. I'm going to keep the hair close in this case, but again, if you're drawing someone with longer hair, then it's going to look different. But I said, like last time I drew a female, so this time I'm going to draw a male. I'm going to bring down the hairline, and this time I'm going to include part of a sideburn, right? Like I said, we're drawing a male. And then part of the hair. If the person has those cool shavings in the hair, I mean, back in the 1990s, that was a really, really popular thing because of a movie called House Party, and there are people that have cool shaved things in their head. So if that person has that, you can add that in. Okay. All right, so this is your basic side profile drawing, and this time I have it correct. You can see here was my mistake. If you look at this one, you're like, there's something off. There's something off. It's because I had my C measurement wrong. Okay, I had all the ideas, just the incorrect placement. Okay, all right, so make sure to avoid common mistakes. make sure to do those C measurements, and good luck.